Thank you. I do not.
So this lady here, I'm at the public library in my town I live in, has just called the police. She's on the phone with them now and wants me to leave the building because of this hat that I'm wearing. Look at this hat, guys. You see that hat? We're adults here, and her little feelings are hurt because of a middle finger on my hat. So she just called the St. Clair Police Department. So we're gonna wait now till the St. Clair Police Department comes up here and we'll figure it out. And she called the police on me and said he's not leaving when she never asked me to leave until I confronted her about it.
I apologize about that.
So this is what we're gonna deal with now. It's a public library. My taxpayer money goes to this library. I'm allowed to film. If they don't like it, I don't know what else I can do. They can complain all they want about my filming. I have every right to film in a public library. So we'll just wait until St. Clair PD comes up here. And then we'll figure this out because the middle finger apparently really hurts these grown adults. I'm sure they've all voted for Kamala Harris. Do you think if that was Kamala Harris with her middle finger up, she would be calling the police? I doubt it. So this is what we deal with in St. Clair. Adult people getting offended over a middle finger on somebody's hat. Just imagine if I have a picture of Donald Trump on my truck with his middle finger up and a child sees that driving down the road. Could you imagine that? Now I'm in the public library with this hat on and she's telling me that it could offend children in the library.
Oh, there it is right here.
It could offend children.
Yeah, that's why
So,
we have two eyes.
it's ridiculous.
Sensitive eyes, rather.
So this is what we're going to deal with.
Hello.
Hey, so I got a question. Does my hat bother you?
No.
You know who that is, right?
No.
There's Donald Trump
Oh, I
with his middle finger on.
Oh, I can't see
What can I
it.
do for you?
I'm just returning it. I wanted to put my friend on my card.
Sure.
If I need stuff picked up or.
How you doing? Did you hear him up here? Grown adults in the middle. I got a Donald Trump hat on with holding the middle finger, and they want me out of the library because of it. It's a public library.
So you can absolutely film, you just can't film when other patrons are at the library desk. So please don't film the circulation desk when there's food.
I'm gonna film. I'm gonna stand right here and film. I'm not doing anything illegal.
You are violating.
Anything the eye can see from public can be filmed. Anything the human eye, anything the human eye can see from public can be filmed. It's in the Constitution. Him standing up there at the counter is not a violation of his privacy.
It is according to the law.
No, it's not, ma'am. I'm a first. Do you know what a First Amendment auditor is?
I do.
I'm a First Amendment auditor. The law literally says anything the human eye can see from public can be filmed. Period. I can stand outside your window and film in here. I can stand at your booth and film.
Well, our individual patrons have their right to privacy.
And I have a right to film in a public library that my taxpayer money funds. If you don't like it, I don't know what to say. How you doing, Officer?
Welcome.
Here, look, here's the problem.
That's against policy, though.
It's not against the Constitution. It's freedom of speech. Listen, officer, I'm not going to have this debate. Just hear me out.
Let's have this debate outside. Come on.
No, I'd rather stay here.
You've been asked to leave. It's our policy.
You can't trespass me from a public library that my taxpayer money funds.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to
I
leave.
will go outside and talk. Oops, I come in with this hat.
Well, it's against their policy because
Sir, you
of the
can't.
nature of the establishment.
Listen,
It's against their policy.
listen, this is freedom of speech,
I understand
okay?
that, and there's
You-
a time where speech.
So
is
if
not
I'm driving,
appropriate.
I want to make sure I'm understanding this right. This hat, she says, is because children are in here, right?
It's their policy.
So I'm driving down the road and I have this on my truck, this picture of my hat on my truck, and a child sees that.
It's their policy. It's not your policy to be in your car.
But you have to understand something. Their policy does not override my freedom of speech. It's written in the
You got
Constitution.
your freedom of speech.
You
This-
can't ban anybody for freedom of speech in a public
asked you to
library.
leave.
That's bullshit.
Okay?
You
So
can't
need to
do
leave.
that.
Yes,
You can't do that.
I need you to leave the property.
You can't make anybody leave a publicly funded library that's paid by my taxpayer money.
You still have to follow rules of the establishment.
Their policy doesn't override the Constitution, officer.
Okay, you can go.
No, I'm not leaving. The policy does.
to
Listen.
me.
No, you listen to me. The Constitution that was granted by the presidents and the forefathers of this country said I have freedom of speech. Coming into
It's
a.
their policy. I'm not going to argue with you.
But their policy doesn't override the Constitution.
All right, you can go.
That's ridiculous.
Bye.
This is ridiculous.
Go.
It's the Constitution. I have a
Go.
right to freedom of speech. My middle finger hurts their feelings. The middle finger on my hat.
That's your policy.
This is absurd.
You're taking the hat off and staying.
This is absurd.
Okay, go ahead and go.
No, I'll wear my hat. I'll wear my hat, and you guys will. Once I get it posted on YouTube, I'll bring you. I'll show you the article. I'll bring it up and give it to you guys. This is St. Clair Police Department escorting me out of the library for wearing a Donald Trump hat with a middle finger on it. It's called freedom of speech, and these fucking adults in here are acting like clowns and want to kick me off a publicly funded library that my taxpayer funds, my money, because of a middle finger on my hat. Are we not adults here? The children might see it in the library. God forbid the children see it when I'm not on a public library. You'll be on YouTube. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.
Huh? Oh, you know I got a Hellcat? How'd you know? Yeah. No, it's at the house. But this is absurd. Look at this. That hurts. We're adults. A middle finger hurts their little feelings. So I gotta leave the library over a middle finger. It'll be on YouTube in 10 minutes.